Your dream has come true, finally. You are here in a place you prayed so hard to come, to learn, to immerse yourself in its diverse body and beautiful rigor. In your passionate prayers, you asked God to grant what is best of his plans for you. And although your heart yearned for this place so dearly, you knew, even in your human ignorance, that God's decisions are preeminent, so you wait. You wait in hope, in surrender. You wait to become a finalist, to showcase an object that speaks to your interest. You wait out every obstacle, every unanswered email following up your visa, every pessimistic thought, until in the fullness of time, you drive through a foreign city at sunrise. It is perfect. The sky is a palette of orange and yellow hues. The city is serene. On the radio played Adele. A gush of ecstasy hits your masked face and you feel it to your bones. You are here to become a leader. You are here to learn to serve the continent. You have defied forces to come in a time so odd, a community as much as is about togetherness is apart now. In gatherings, you stretch both your arms sideways to ensure no human lingers in your vicinity in the bid to stay safe. 1 meter apart so you do not hug your friends. You say hi and smile wildly under the protection over your nose and mouth. They see your eyes squint, and theirs squint too. Everyone is nice and many are happy to see you. They say hi when they walk past and you try to catch the name printed on the left bottom of their masks. It takes you a while to know people, to remember their names and match it to their eyes, to the shape of their heads. You've always been bad with names and faces anyway, even without the half of one being obscured, so you cringe and apologize every time you guess someone's name wrong. A few people tell you they've read your work and describe it as awe-inspiring. You shrug dramatically and scoff and say, oh, it's not even all that. But I'm glad you like my little works and celebrate my little wins. You do not know why, but you feel the need to belittle your work. Good afternoon, community, family, and friends. My name is Sabik Abello, and I'm honored to be standing in front of you today to speak on behalf of the African Leadership 2020. The piece I just read was a piece I wrote on the 2nd of February 2021, a day after arriving late to ALA. A few weeks ago, I was having a conversation with a friend reflecting on our experience at ALA over the past 2 years. I told her that I believe God brought me here for character development, and most especially to learn to be humble. I knew God must have had a plan for me, but only in that moment did I come to the realization. Before coming to ALA, I thought humility was, of course, something I knew. In fact, it was a value that I had. To be humble, the rules were simple. Never take credit for your accomplishments, respond to compliments with self-deprecating jokes, and say it's nothing, even when your hard work and the result of sleepless nights was very much something. I have come to learn from various conversations and interactions that many of my peers thought of humility like I did. I have also learned, however, from being part of a community of leaders, that humility does not require disparaging thoughts or comments about oneself. I have learned that humility is strength and that we can be humble in great ways and manners. A plaque on the yellow walls of humility, LT Humility, reads, "We are thankful for opportunities and are aware of our limitations." To be humble is to be courageous enough to acknowledge our strengths and especially our weaknesses. To tell ourselves the truth even when we don't always want to hear it. Humility necessitates self-awareness, and self-awareness involves reflection. Now, I know we've all had our fair share of reflections on Canvas, from EL to writing and rhetoric to Saturday detention reflections. Shout out to Miss Mary Fox. I can hear Miss Marilyn's voice encouraging us to be open and engage in honest self-reflection. There's a Fulani term, Polaku. It embodies the unwritten codes of conduct and values that my culture enforces. I think of two of these values as I think of our ALA journey. Ardungal, meaning leadership, and Gogauku, meaning truthfulness. When we are truthful to ourselves and others, when we engage in reflection that allows us to embrace our intricacies as humans, as leaders, we become more efficient and mindful in the way we lead and serve. Humility and service are synonymous to each other, like roses and beauty, like colors and radiance, like Miss Mona and poetry. To speak of one is to speak of the other, like Selima and music, like Kamuskia and business, like Janya and Jaivana. Okay, I kind of lost my way. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a bit. Yeah, like Janya and Jaivana, like Melasi and compassion. Humility and service are synonymous to each other. To speak of one is to speak of the other. In his book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, John Maxwell asserts that the best place for a leader isn't always the top position. It isn't the most prominent or powerful place. It is the place where he or she can serve the best and add the most value. Simply put, leadership is service. Beyond learning in theory, writing essays, and having discussions during seminal readings, every day we witness the people in our community exercising leadership through service. The service of the house team organizing house lunches and DSC. The service of Jane, catering to the needs of girls by organizing the period support committee. The service of the Interfaith Council, of people volunteering to serve food during Ramadan regardless of their faiths, of the student government, of the student managers, of a long list of leaders I cannot exhaust. Now, to speak of service, I must speak of love. I cannot speak of one without the other. Love for what we do. Love for the people around us. Love, this powerful, powerful thing. It is love that drives us to serve one another. It is love that has kept us strong together. The love in our voices as we chant and snap and exclaim, "Yes, Queen," and "Yes, King." The love that we shared that served as a remedy in many moments of gloom and uncertainty through hurdles and setbacks. Love held our gentle hands through the virtual term, our Tuesday evening sessions with Mr. Jake's sensational music and engaging cahoots. Through the August term, having the highlight being the most thrilling tamasha. Through our last term at ALA, when we soon changed our WhatsApp group name to a countdown, unfailingly updating it every morning. Through it all, it is the emanating love from our hearts that has kept us all shining ever so brightly, and more so today with the most glorious smiles on our faces. I hope that wherever we go, we continue to love deeply, loudly, unapologetically. I hope that the abundance of passion in us puts our wings to flight and weighs us light to the center of our dreams. I hope that this love we so generously pour into things and people, radiates its way back to us tenfold. Like many of us, I came here to become a leader, and by being part of this community, sharing experiences with you, I have grown to learn that leadership is service with humility and love, or the humility in loving to serve. Either way is the same and true. I hope that, like mine, there's growth in your understanding of humility and other such values. I hope that you are humble in ways that empower you, that allow you to serve and to love, and to bask in the radiant lights of growth. Class of 2020, congratulations. I wish you love that is beautiful, bountiful, and ever flowing. I am so proud of us. We did it.
Welcome to the African Leadership Academy graduation ceremony for the class of 2020.
Respect indeed.